Alrighty. So now you're going to make some
pesto.
Some
we're
pesto.
We're going to try making some pesto bread today. So we're going to sift 5½ cups here together. We might not use all of it. We'll probably have a ½ cup to play with, but we can always put it back. I got 2 cups of warm water in here, approximately 130 degrees, and now we have we got to add our 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and then we're going to do our sugar. We got 2 tablespoons of sugar, and our skim milk. We have 1/2 cup of skim milk powder. And let's do our salt, tablespoon of salt, and now we're going to add a tablespoon of instant yeast.
What the hell is that you're using to mix that up with?
This is a Danish whisk. This is very good.
It looks just like a dang wire, one wire. What is that?
Yeah, but I'm going to add 1 cup of flour. We're going to mix it up. See, it mixes very well because it goes through the hoop. It doesn't, if you have a wooden spoon, then it sticks to the spoon. But this goes right through it. That's the best part of this.
Well, that's because there's nothing there but air.
That's good. Now we're going to add a little more.
Well, I'll take your word for it.
Mix him a little bit. And you see the consistency of it is getting thicker.
So you're slowly adding the flour and whisking it in there. And you're going to put all 5½ cups in there.
We're going to use a good percentage of it. Because this is 2 cups of water. The dough is not real thick. At least not at this point. A little bit more.
Looks like it's turning into a workout.
Now we're going to take a 1/2 cup. We're going to take our dough and we're going to bring it out here. Bring it onto our board. Well, I'm going to get rid of the bowl now.
Alrighty, so you got your dough on a little bit of flour. And how much of that have you used? Have you used half of the flour so far?
Oh yes. Right now we're trying to work the dough in and work the flour in as we go. This is a sticky dough. See, all this, we can use all this flour if we have to in this pan, because this is 5 to 5½ cups of flour.
But you don't know if you're going to use all of it.
I don't know right this minute, no.
So you're just going to use whatever it takes.
Yes.
But you think it could be as much as 5½ cups.
Yes, it's going to be, it's definitely going to be more. Because you can see how the dough is sticky.
Uh-huh.
The dough has to be like kind of like elastic. We got to knead it for 8 to 10 minutes.
Knead it for 8 to 10 minutes?
Yes. I'm setting the timer for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'm going to work it.
And you're going to do that, what you're doing right now, for 10 minutes?
Yes.
Man, that's like joining a gym.
Well, that's what we're going to do.
Alrighty, you've been going for about 5 minutes now, Momo.
Okay, well we can do it from 8 to 10. That's what it usually needs.
Your flour slowly going away there. Your 5½ cups of sifted flour.
Yep, it's
not that much left of it now.
No.
Well, you look like you're doing that like a pro, you know.
This is really great if it's somebody that you want to pretend it's somebody.
Who are you pretending that is? Don't answer that.
But that's just an idea to help you.
Yeah.
You know.
So imagining that's a face helps.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
But you see, it's easier to work with now. It's pliable. It's like elastic.
Yeah. So what do you got? You got about maybe a 1/2 cup or something left in there?
Yeah. Oh, maybe about 3/4.
Okay. So you ended up using almost 5 cups.
Almost 5, yes.
Alrighty. So you've been pounding that for I don't know how long. It hasn't quite been 10 minutes.
No, it's been about 9 minutes, but it's.
Hold on, let me check right here. Oh, you got a minute and 9 seconds left. So yeah, you've been pounding that for 9 minutes.
See, it's soft, it's pliable. Now we're going to get our bowl here. We're going to put a little bit of olive oil. We're going to put about a tablespoon in it.
So you're just coating the inside of the bowl
Yeah.
with about a tablespoon of olive oil.
Yeah, I didn't quite put a tablespoon, so let's put a little bit more. Just another little drop. Okay, and then we're going to take our dough. We're going to put it in. We're going to like roll it around to coat our dough. We're going to cover up the bowl, cover him up good. We're going to let him rise and get him about double in size, and then we'll bring it back in.
Okay. Well, I'll follow you out to the garage because I think it's funny that you put it in the garage.
Well, it's nice and warm in the garage.
And if you didn't have it in a warm place, then it would take longer.
It would take longer, yes.
For it to rise. Well, we'll look at it.
2:44.
In 1 hour, it's 2:45.
We'll go ahead and get our pans ready. We need to oil them. And we got 2 of the loaf pans. Then right before we put our bread into the pan, we're going to go ahead and sprinkle just a little bit of cornmeal on the bottom, because the little cornmeal on the bottom helps to keep them from sticking.
Alrighty, so there's our bread. It's risen after, what is that, about 45 minutes?
About 45, 50 minutes.
Alrighty, so it looks good to go?
Yep.
So you're putting some flour on your doohickey there. Well, if you got to punch it down, alrighty. I think I'm there. I think I'm in focus. Ooh.
It lets the gases out.
Okay.
All right.
Well, that's something. So you punched it down to let the gases out. That didn't sound very appetizing.
Well, that's what made it rise. Now, we're going to divide this in half, and we're going to weigh it.
You're continuing to use the flour that you sifted earlier?
Yes, that's the rest of, that's a little bit of flour. And let's weigh in here and see if we try to come close anyway. 4 3/4. Let's see if we're close. Okay, 5 and 4 and 4 5/8. That's close enough.
Well, what if you don't have a fancy pan scale to weigh your dough? What do? You just have to guess and hope?
You guess, but if you do it very often, well then you're probably going to have one. Now we're going to get this one ready. We're going to roll him out some. We're going to roll him out to like about 14 inches, maybe 12, 14 inches long and about 9 inches wide. Tuck him up a little bit at the side like that. And we're going to use our pesto.
Now this is just like a jar of pesto you got.
Yes.
So you didn't make this from scratch. This is just a pesto from a jar that's already has some cheese and olive oil and all that stuff.
Yes, because it's a lot easier.
So you're going to spread it out.
I'm going to spread him out here.
Alrighty, so you got him spread out.
And we're going to cover him up good with some cheese. Now we're going to roll this up. Bread takes time, so you don't want to be in no big hurry.
So you're reaching in the flour a little bit so you don't stick to it?
Yeah, to my fingers.
And then you're folding it over there at the end?
We're going to get him over here and pinch him together.
So you're sealing it pretty good on both
Try
ends?
to keep him good and sealed. And he looks like a big old...
Remember, this is a family channel.
Yes, but he looks like a
burrito.
big old, yeah.
Yeah. So this is just a buttermilk cornmeal mix.
Yeah, but you can just any kind of cornmeal.
And if you put a little bit of this on the bottom of your grease pan, then your bread's not going to stick.
Yeah, it comes out a lot better, I think. Now we're going to get a sharp knife and we're going to split him.
You're going to cut him down lengthwise, huh?
Yes.
So you're cutting it down the center. Yes. And this is just a regular old bread knife. This reminds me of one of those like CSI shows. I don't know why.
Like an autopsy?
Yeah. Well, you just want to make sure you don't squash it.
Yeah.
You're cutting through each layer there. You left it attached there at the top a little bit.
Yeah, because it's a lot, if not.
To kind of anchor it.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to do it like this. We're going to sew.
Well, you make it look easy.
just kind of, you know.
Just kind of rolling them up there at the bottom?
Yeah.
Alright, so now you get to the tricky part where you have to transfer that into this. So it had the first rise out there in the garage.
Yes.
Now you're going to put him in this pan and he's going to rise. He's going to continue to rise.
Yes.
Alrighty. Well, good luck, Mimo. Oh. You blocked my shot there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's alrighty. I can't fire you. You're my mother.
How about
Well,
that?
you got it in there.
Now we're going to cover him.
Well, that looks kind of perfect.
We're going to cover him and set him back in the garage where he's nice and warm and let him rise again. Okay, we'll go ahead and take this one.
Alrighty. So this is the first half. So you're taking all of that dough you made, you divide it in half, and you're basically going to make it into two.
You make 2 loaves.
2 different loaves.
Yes.
Alrighty, so it's been how long?
Well, about an hour.
They've definitely risen up. They're poking out of the pan there. So here, I'll carry one, you carry the other.
Okay.
And you're going to cook them both together.
Yes.
And you got the oven at preheated at 375 degrees. Put them in here for a half hour, 35 minutes, something like that.
Yep. Okay.
Alrighty. So you're gonna put a little 10 on them? You think they're browning too fast?
Yeah, we'll put a little 10 on them. They'll still get a little browner. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, there's our timer. Let's pull them out here and see.
Okay. Oh man, those look perfecto.
Let's check them. See what we've got here.
Oh, it smells so good.
Okay.
So you go ahead and loosen up the... Alrighty. And so if you wrap on him and he's hollow, he's done.
You hear him?
Mm-hmm.
He sounds hollow. When he sounds hollow on the bottom, he's done. We're going to put him here like that to cool. You can make a sandwich, you can eat it. Just eat it like that if you want to bite.
Alrighty, but once it's cooled down, then I can have me a slice, huh?
Oh yeah, you can have a slice.
Well, how long after you get it out of the oven? How long do I have to wait?
Well, you can cut your little piece now if you want it.
Alrighty, and I'll do that.
Oh, I don't care. I don't want no great big piece because
Wow.
I eat a ton of bread.
Then I'm gonna eat this here. Man, look at that. Look at that inside the pesto.
It's pretty inside, I
Yeah.
think.
I need the headshot. Now you don't want to be in here, right?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Well, I ain't gonna get you in here. It's so moist. If you like pesto, you definitely gotta give this one a go. Do you always make 2 loaves at once?
Yeah, I make 2. I don't cut it any.
Oh.
Because you can always freeze one.
Yeah. Well, you usually make a lot of bread and then you freeze it.
Yeah.
And then whenever somebody comes over, you saddle them with a loaf of bread.
Yeah, and I'll usually give them a loaf to take home.
Yeah.
So.
And we appreciate that. But if you give this recipe a try, and it's fantastic, so definitely do. But if you do, then, let us know what you think. And bon appetit.